We talked about cryptos. We talked about what's coming. This is an edited version of our conversation that we had on December 7th, 2023.
Yeah, go ahead.
Seems like everyone's chasing what's going to happen next, and the bear run is dead.
Yes, there's now starting like people that sit in the sideline. I noticed in the group I'm involved in, they're pissed off because they started listening to certain people saying, "Oh, it's gonna, it's gonna crash, gonna crash, gonna crash." So they're like holding on to their dry powder because then they get in at the last second and it goes, Phew.
But the dip might not be till next year.
Correct. And that's what screwed a lot of people up in the past couple of years. I remember when a lot of people lost a lot of money, especially on Shiba. That was the coin to have back then.
That's right. Shiba was a big hullabaloo. And a lot of there's another dog to chase now. We're going to get to what other dog is in the hunt in a little bit. You asked about my fort sheet and what I've been doing with it, why I've been sitting on the sidelines, why I've been absent from reality. As a viewer, I still like blind shit in front of me. So I don't like to know what it is that I'm viewing.
Me
And
too.
if you're doing things front loaded, I think that you're kind of biased to it. So like my bias is going to creep in. I can say, oh, I'm not biased at all, but of course I am. I'll explain this. Everyone can do this as a viewer at home if you want to. You print a list of 25 tickers or 25 cryptocurrency coin names, and then you put them in an envelope. So I've got Tesla, I've got Bitcoin, I've got Monero, I've got Cardano. You have another envelope called temporal markers. All these temporal markers, you print them up, you cut them up, and then you put them in your temporal marker little envelope. And you pull out one from your tickers and you pull out one from your temporal marker and you set them down on the paper or the desk in front of you, and you don't do anything else. You don't look at them. You just think about them and you set the intention for doing like a report, a little analysis of what's going to happen. Trading month, 72-hour price change, direction from 2023 high price, 40 temporal markers. And then we have this is what I call the financial outlook return tracker sheet. You write how confident you are. Then on the right side, you turn over your fortune cookies and you're like, oh, what did I have? Well, I had Tesla. So now I've got a 60-day window, and I can't remember doing like 60 of these at a time, what date I have to check it. So I go through, these like 30 at a time. And then I figure out when I have to track it. I go back, I put that on my Google Calendar, and I check that date. And then I write what was the direction at the forecast time? Was it a hit? What was my accuracy over the week, over the month, over the year? That is essentially, in a nutshell, the forecast outlook return tracker, which now we're using at Reality Forecast. So I've done muscle testing on my own, and I've done like ideogram tracking on my own, and my success rate was terrible. I was like 38% in my ideogram tracking. But when I was doing my forecast drill, I'm like 75% accurate in these trackings, and I'm blind to it. I don't know what it is.
Using Fort,
using my Fort, I'm like 75% in currency tracking. Now, is that going to tank as soon as I decide to start investing? Probably, but that's all right. We're going to track that and see.
That's the way it goes, huh?
Right.
And I've been muscle testing. And I'm like, well, it's like half and half. It's kind of like sort of blind, but not. And I use the randomizer on my phone. I'll extract certain cryptocurrencies or Tesla or something that I like through people's fundamental analysis and TA, and use their favorite cryptos per se, and then I'll muscle test them. But of course, I'm looking at the name. I know what I'm muscle testing, but I don't know the answer because the answer is blind to me. So I just basically get a double confirmation on my muscle testing. A yes and a not no is a yes. All of a sudden, I did a bunch of them, and for some reason, I knew something was up. A lot of them were no's. So I'm like, instead of 50-50, when you get this 50-50 thing, like I got yeses on half of them,
you're just guessing. Half. Yeah.
Then it seems like the ego's getting involved. Massive a big filtration of a bunch of cryptos. No. So I knew something was catching on. I was like, wait a minute, this is good. I don't know, like 40, 1 in 10, like 90% of them got filtered out. And I was like, wow. And then sure enough, I picked AIOZ, Atlas, Link, IOTX, which is IOTA, a different type of IOTA, and did Palm and Web AI, which is Web AI is a website AI, which Palm and Web AI is both AI cryptocurrencies that are on Telegram and WhatsApp, and they're like the forerunners of that. So that, but anyways, I got Palm is doing better than Web AI, even though I did muscle test again. I said for this month of December, Palm or Web AI, and I got Web AI. Sure enough, Web AI's, but I have my money in Palm on the long term because I don't want to keep on buying and trading these coins because on the DeFi exchange, because there's heavy fees. So you own the keys when you do DeFi. If you do centralized, you don't own the keys. I'm hoping Palm will just keep on rising, for bigger and bigger. So I have a lot in Palm. AIOZ, the day after I said 20x for that one, it was the first cryptocurrency altcoin to explode, and everybody on the group I was on was like, it went like 8x in one day. It did stuff that Shiba didn't do. In fact, it eventually went 20x. It basically met the goal within a couple of days. But I see Link is going to be I see that going to be like the next ETH. It's going to be way up there. It's going to be like a top 3 market cap coin like the next 5 years. Say Link is the future because it's going to be, see, like people like XRP and stuff like that. If you ever heard of XRP, that's a good payment system, cheap, fast, but that's all it does. Link does everything. That's the advantage of Link. Link will come in later after XRP, I think, but Link will take over the economy almost. And there's a lot of people that are also on this group that are also on the group that you're on. INSP, look that up. That's an X coin, INSP. I don't know if Elon's behind it, but it's supposed to be the coin for X. It's called Inspect. It's 24 cents. That's the right one, like an inspector. Inspect.xyz is the website. And when you open it up, the website looks pretty cool. I'm sending you the website. Okay, thank you.
The layer 2 built for X, turn anything into layer 2 for Web 3 platform.
So, I'm thinking Doge dropped. It was pumping, but it started dropping because he says he's not putting any more backing on Doge. I think he might be crossing over to this. And also I found SLP, which is smooth. Is another. It's a gamer one. Sand is another one, and Mana. So I got AIOZ, Atlas, INSP, which is the Elon one, Link, Mana, Myro, the dog, Palm, Sand, and SLP. All those 20x. Now I need to revisit and ask the question, what about 30x? I'm impatient too. But
wow, it's got Raj Gokal.
Yeah, so this is basically, yes, this is the Shiba.
I can't get this. I got to do something crazy for this. I can't buy it on Coinbase. So
this is, I think, this is on exchange. You can go. No one's doing. Everybody's getting on. It's called MEXC, which actually is in Hong Kong. You don't even need to do a VPN. Yep, it's 0%, baby. It's no different than going on Coinbase. Yeah, if you pay, I mean, it's the fastest too because they have a lot of protections and it's fast.
Can you say those top 5 again? So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes, I forgot.
Myron.
Sand. Hold on. Well, there's more than a top 5 now, but
top 10.
Some of them already have gone 10x or at least 5x. AIOZ was my one that blew up. It hit the moon and back. And then the next one's Atlas, which is that Star Atlas. And then the next one's INSP. I just discovered that the other day, so that hasn't really done that much. Link, that might take some time, but that's a good secure crypto to have. It's not going to go anywhere. It won't.
No, it's, I
Government
mean,
would think.
6 was a great buy. Now it's up to 15. So it's already almost like 3x by practically
Yeah, but Link
3x
is going
since
to
a
be
month
there
ago.
forever. Link is like it's going to be more. If a bear hits, it's not going to crash as bad as these other cheap coins. And then Myro, MRYO, the dog, that's a meme coin that I think will pump. Mana, the Centraland, is it the Centraland Mana? That's an old school altcoin. That's gonna blow up. Sand is also a good SLP, which is Smooth Love Potion or something. That's a gamer one where they have it's a really big community. And then Palm, which is Palm AI. If they can get traction, I think they have potential because they're the first to be on WhatsApp and Telegram as an AI as function on. It's the first app within Telegram and WhatsApp. Website AI, so really the ticker's Web AI. And they're already having contractors. When I predicted those when it was like 88 cents, now it's like 350. They have Shopify is now I think probably he's backing them, and there's a couple other big dogs that are backing them too. But Shopify is the biggest one. So basically, you create you create cheap websites for free, and the AI helps you while you're on Telegram talking to it. Take on Wix and all the big players. And then the good thing about Web AI, there's only 1 million coins, so it's not like unlimited. It's going to spike high because there's only 1 million you can earn toward the world. So it's going to get expensive. That's why I like it. Palm AI
Berkshire Hathaway prices. That's what we want.
But yeah, Palm AI there's 100 million, but these coins don't have billions of coins like these other meme coins. These have limited coins, so they're going to increase value pretty quickly.
Dr. Mo, for the Christmas miracle you've handed everybody, if they can take advantage of it, we'd like to advise you. This is not investment advice. Please do not take our advice to do anything.
Yeah, just don't put all your eggs in one basket.
How am I supposed to carry my eggs? That's what my basket is for.
There might be some bit crashes, but overall, I see it going up in a year or two, like climbing up. So,
well, welcome to your millions. Thanks, everybody.